Off as an event each year, which brings fun and excitement for the whole family.
And right now, Lauren McDonald is live and local in Memorial Park in the heart of all the inflatable giants. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning. You can see there's not much going on behind me right now, but that is not for long. About 15 minutes from now, people are going to start rolling in here with Scott Appleman, and we are talking about the 41st annual Labor Day liftoff, third year for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's grown a lot.
Yeah. This has been by far the best year we've had in the last 3 years. The weather's been absolutely perfect. The crowds have been huge. Concerts have been great. We have about almost 70 balloons here, a whole bunch of new shapes. We have a lot of people that are having a great time. Over 60 booths and concessions and vendors and stuff. So.
Definitely. All right. Now, right now, this just looks like a piece of PVC pipe, right? But it is actually an official launch pad.
Launch site marker.
Launch site marker. That is very official. All right, so this is where a balloon is actually going to take off later on this morning. Yeah,
these mark all the squares where the balloons lay out their stuff, and people can come on up, talk to the pilots, the crew. They may even get to volunteer and come on out and help them. Having as interactive experience is something that is we will continue doing that. It makes it so everybody can really see what's going on with the balloons, how it's put together, how they inflate, and then they take off.
Right, and anybody's welcome to come out this morning. Free events for the public. Anybody can come watch. Too late to get a ride this year. You guys are totally booked. However, if people want to get on board next year, now's the time to start looking into that, right?
Exactly. We're already making plans for next year for the event. We'll have hot air balloon rides, of course, with Rainbow Riders. We'll have we'll take our debrief items on this, see what we can do to make it better. But I'll be honest with you, we're very, very pleased with the success of this year's event. Of course, a lot of that has to do with perfect weather.
Yes.
And we'll see what we get this morning, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, now speaking of weather conditions this morning, it's a little bit windy now. Justin Chambers, our meteorologist, has said that this morning. You're one of the guys that makes the call. So how's it looking right now? I know you can't tell me exactly.
To be honest with you, we got to take a look at the data. We've had a couple of great days, and I know the forecast is for them to die down. We'll see what happens when the sun comes up. The smoke in the air is really not an issue at all. It's going to be wind speed and direction. That'll be basing our decision. We've had a great event. I know that I would imagine if we are not flying, that I would say that there'd be balloons that are on the ground inflating and coming out so people can see what they're all about. But we'll be making that call around 6:15, and we'll go from there.
Very good. We'll be waiting to hear that call. 68 colorful balloons going to fill up this field no matter what. So guys, come on down. Get a look at this. It was beautiful last night. If you didn't get a chance to see the glow, this morning is definitely a good time to do that. 7 a.m. launch if it goes as planned, right? All right, guys, for now, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Lauren, thanks. All about the data nowadays. Old school, they would just wet their finger and stick it up in the air.
I'm glad they have data now.
Now it's all...
I'm really glad they have data.
Clean, yeah, nowadays with the data, good stuff.
Giving colorful Colorado a whole new meaning.
Yeah, today, hopefully, fingers crossed, the sky will light up full of color during the annual Labor Day liftoff. And right now, Lauren McDonald is at Memorial Park. She is live and local right now with the answer. Lauren, what's the verdict?
You know, I got to tell you, we weaseled our way into the VIP tent, tried to weasel our way up in a balloon. About 80% of people that go up in the balloon that are actually scheduled. So there was a really good chance that we were going to be able to go up this morning, but guess what? Bad news. Not going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. Just a little bit too windy here this morning with Doug and Dawn. Doug, you are part of the whole official call of this no fly today, so tell us why not.
Right. Mother Nature's been very good to us all weekend, but now we have a little bit too much wind. So the balloons are going to inflate. They're just not going to fly away. They're not going to lift off actually this morning. Right. But still a great turnout. We're waiting for the sun to break from the clouds, warm people up. It's still going to be a lot of fun. Good chance to walk around, see balloons, take pictures.
Get up close and personal with the balloons.
It's going to be a great morning.
Yeah, for sure. And this is just a safety precaution, right?
Absolutely. It's more for the pilot's safety. If we inflate balloons when it's too windy out, there's a chance the balloons could catch fire and get caught on trees before they really get altitude. So it's safety for the pilots themselves and the passengers.
Better to be safe than sorry, that's for sure. You know what, I didn't realize that these balloons go up and they don't land in the same place. My photographer this morning, Mike Duran, told me that. He's like, well, if we go up, where are we going to land? I said, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You know all about that, my friends, because you've been up in a balloon before.
I've been up in a balloon, and it was 4 years ago I went up. and the balloon was called I Love You Too. And we went across Memorial Park Lake, and we actually dunked the basket in the water up to my ankles, and then we picked up again, and we eventually landed at Circle and Delta Drive, and that's the way the winds carried us. One year the balloons went north to the Air Force Academy, which required a bit of explanation.
Yes.
So
I'm sure. All right, it all depends on which way the wind's going, right?
It depends on which way the wind blows and how calm it is. And the wind can be at different levels and different directions depending upon the altitude. You can leave here and go straight south, and once you reach altitude, go back to the north, because the winds do shift at altitude.
Very nice. Don, actually, this morning, he is the mayor of Colorado City from back in the 1800s. He's looking pretty good for an old guy, I would say. Like I said, you know what? We had good luck this morning. We were on our way up, but then they made the call. Better to be safe than sorry, though. Still going to be a lot of fun out here at Memorial Park for the Labor Day liftoff. If you guys have nothing planned, come on out, see all the wonderful, beautiful color balloons. Not inflated yet, but I'm told they will be very soon, and we will bring that to you live and local all morning long. Back to you guys.
That's too bad, but yes, it's still quite the sight when they get those balloons lit and they're glowing up there in the park. So, Lauren, can't wait to see it. Thank you so much.
Bummer, though.
Yeah.
Oh. 7:23, where we're hoping to start your morning off right with a look at the mass liftoff. Was nearly 70 hot air balloons took to the sky, but bummer, they're not taking off.
That's okay. It's still a good time for sure. And right now at Memorial Park, that's where we find Lauren McDonald live and local right now with all the events surrounding all these massive balloons. Lauren.
Guys, I got to tell you, the reason they're not going to take off is because only 80% of the people that were scheduled to go up this morning, they actually were the only ones that showed up. So there was a chance that we were actually going to be able to go up in a balloon this morning, but no such luck. It's a little bit too windy. We have the air balloons, though. There's going to be a static display all morning long. So, guys, there's plenty to see here at the Labor Day liftoff. We are going to head in to the middle of the field here and get some interviews with some pilots, hopefully, in a little bit this morning. But you know what? There's a lot of other activities that happened this weekend for Labor Day. A donut eating championship here with Marcus Moody from Dunkin' Donuts. Now, tell me about this donut eating championship, first ever donut eating championship at the Labor Day liftoff.
This is absolutely the first one. Last year we decided how could we make a bigger splash out here at the Labor Day liftoff, because we've been partnering with them for the last 5 years, and we came up with the donut eating contest. Who doesn't love that?
Yes.
So and it was awesome.
All right.
Tons and tons and tons of participants. We had 3 to 4 different divisions. We were giving away coffee for a year, donuts, coffee, whatever they wanted.
Right.
Cups,
You had
everything.
4 different divisions,
4
right?
different divisions.
So who ate them? How many donuts did the winner actually consume?
They actually ate 7 donuts.
7 donuts.
7
That's
donuts.
it. For some reason, that doesn't seem like a lot to me.
Well, we had a little bit of twist on it this year. What we did, it was actually hanging from a string.
Okay.
So they had a kneel down, eat their like bobbing for apples. They had a bob for donuts.
I see.
So, and they couldn't touch the floor, and if it fell down, they were disqualified. So they'd have to stay on the string. They would have to eat around the donut without it falling off.
Okay, and they had 2 minutes to do this.
2 minutes to do that.
All right. So what did the winner get?
The winner got a cash prize, coffee for a year, and a prize for a donut party.
And did anybody get sick?
Not that we know of.
That's good news, right? That is very good news. All right, so this Labor Day liftoff, you guys have been involved in this for 5 years, you said. So what do you think of all these balloons?
This is absolutely amazing. We love coming out, participating in this. Everyone out here seems to love us being out here, so we just want to continue to do this year after year.
Yeah. All right, very cool. We appreciate you and we appreciate your donuts,
Thank
my
you, I
friend.
appreciate it.
All right, guys, as we said, we are not going to ascend this morning. A little bit too windy, but we are going to head into the middle of the field, check out some of these balloons up close and personal, and we are here live and local at Memorial Day Park for the Labor Day liftoff, 41st annual Labor Day liftoff. No doubt this is a tradition that has been around for a long time here in the Pikes Peak region. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Very nice, Lauren. Cool. Lots of cool stuff going on. And I would love to have tried that donut eating contest. Right?
Sounded
7.
tricky.
Doesn't seem like a lot, but we
You got it, but the string and the kneeling, it's a lot more complicated than you think. 7:43, the annual Labor Day liftoff is an event each year which brings fun and excitement for the whole family.
And right now, Lauren McDonald is live and local at Memorial Park this morning in the middle of all the action. Lauren, I think with a special guest right there. What's going on?
That's right. Good morning, guys. You know what? We are not going to have a mass ascension this morning like originally planned. Originally, we were going to have 68 hot air balloons up in the sky. They were going to kiss Prospect Lake and then head on out again. But you know what? It is a little bit too windy this morning. There is a static display here at Memorial Park, though, and a lot to do, so I encourage you to come on down. And we are here right now. We are making s'mores because that's what you do when you can't ascend. Isn't that right?
That's what you do when you can't fly. We're still fun. We still do things that are kind of a little out of the ordinary and keep the crowd here and keep the kids coming back.
I like it.
We're all about family.
Very nice. All right, Barbie Hahn, you've been a pilot for 28 years?
Yes, 28 years.
All right, so, wow, firing her up there this morning. So tell me, how did you get involved in this, and how do you get your pilot's license? Because this is actually an FAA-regulated business you got going on here.
Yes. Well, I started in 1990, in August of 1990. Got my commercial in November of that same year, and it requires about 18 hours of flight time. An instructor, you have to take a written test, you have to take a flight test, so you have to go through all the same protocols as you would at a fixed wing.
Right.
So yeah, but it's a little less daunting.
Right.
We don't have to land at airports.
Very nice. Yeah, I hear you.
Here,
is
for
this
you.
for me? Oh,
For
I'll
you.
definitely bite into that for sure. Now let's talk about the conditions this morning. Obviously a little bit too windy. You said no matter if they said you can go up or not, it's always pilot discretion.
It's always pilot discretion. It is always the pilot's idea, or it's the pilot's intent to be safe, and they have to determine for themselves if it's flyable for them.
All right.
So we have to go to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Not all the pilots have the same experience level.
Very cool. Well, you guys have been out here all weekend. Mama's Incognito, that's your balloon.
That's my balloon.
Out of Parker, Colorado, guys. We are going to check out some of these other hot air balloons. I appreciate you, my friend,
Thank
and your
you.
s'mores. For now, we're going to toss it back to you because I've got a s'more to eat. See you guys later.
There you go. Thanks, Mama, for the
That one looks a little
s'mores.
crispy.
Yeah, that's good that way. I love it like that.
7:40 this morning, we are giving colorful Colorado a whole new meaning.
Yes, and right now, Lauren McDonald is live and local at the annual Labor Day liftoff in Memorial Park with more. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you guys. Yeah, you know what? No mass ascension this morning, but you're right. Here at Memorial Park, there is a lot of color going on. We are talking about the 41st annual Labor Day liftoff, and I'm here with a very special person. He's very humble, but my friend Scott McClinton here, he actually has taken a balloon over the Great Wall of China. Is that correct?
The first pilot over the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, very cool. You're in the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, so tell me how this actually works. You're a pilot of this air balloon, so you have people come for a ride, and how does this actually get up in the air?
Well, we use the big loud burner, and we put enough heat in it where we beat equilibrium, and then we take off and we beat the gravity out. So if I want to go higher, I just throw a whole bunch of heat in it. If I want to come lower, I just reduce the amount of heat. I have a little cord here, I can let some heat out. And then I look for a big wide open spot with lots of kids to help me pack the balloon up.
Right, exactly. All right, and you actually can't steer the balloon, correct? You just control how it goes up or down.
Correct, and that's the reason we couldn't fly this morning is the winds up above the ground were a little bit higher. So I need to get to higher winds to be able to cut left or cut right, and those upper winds would have prevented that this morning, and I think pretty much we'd have gone straight towards Fort Carson.
Right, exactly. And you said even if they would have given you the okay, he's obviously a professional. He knows what he's doing. Flying over the Great Wall of China, you would not have gone up this morning.
No, I would. It's just there's no good that can come out of it at that speed.
Right. All right. So, how many people can fit in this basket, and about how long is a typical ride?
I take 2 people with me, and we plan to be in the air about an hour. That might be 50 minutes, might be an hour and a half, because I'm looking for a place to land something that's 130 feet tall and 60 feet wide and it weighs 500 pounds. I need a really big wide open spot.
Exactly. Speaking of the weight and the size of the balloons, you've got a lot of balloons out here. You actually had the crab out here earlier. Are those balloons different to fly in the air, which way they go and to kind of control them?
They're just weird. They don't fly like a typical balloon flies the direction that the wind's blowing it, but with the crab and the legs or the rocket with the wings, the slightest little breeze will just alter that course tremendously. So they need a big wide open spot, but they also need a big wide open spot to the left and the right, just in case at the last minute they move. So, but they're beautiful, and the kids love the special shaped balloons.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate you being out here this morning and giving us your time. Very cool. We are talking about, like I said, the 41st annual Labor Day liftoff here in Memorial Park. A lot of tradition here this morning in the Pikes Peak region. Couldn't fly in the sky today, but there is still an opportunity to get out here and come check out some of these beautiful colors. As you said, Abby, we call this colorful Colorado, and that's exactly what it is out here at Memorial Park today.
That's right. A whole bunch of meetings behind that statement, colorful Colorado, but I love the one that it's taken on today. Look at the mass liftoff that's not happening. It's
Minus the liftoff.
Mass inflate with about 70 hot air balloons.
That's right. It's happening right now at Memorial Park, and that's where we find Lauren McDonald, who is live and local this morning with, there's still some stuff going on, right, Lauren?
Yeah, you know, things are kind of winding down a little bit, but you can see in the background still a lot of people out here enjoying all the vendors, having a good time at the park today, taking a little stroll. The sun is up. It's a beautiful day. A little too windy for an Ascension this morning, but you know what, Scott, my friend here, you tell me it has been a very successful event this year.
Yeah, the crowds this year were just amazing. The support for this event with the community in the city of Colorado Springs is second to none. We're thrilled to death with how the overall event went. Really no incidents, people having a good time. So all of our dreams came true in trying to provide this event for everybody here.
Love it, for sure. All right, you talk about people supporting you in the crowd. Good morning. We got some enthusiastic people walking by this morning. You talk about the city of Colorado Springs supporting you. You guys are actually supporting Texas with a wood carving contest that you had. Tell me about that.
Yeah, obviously the hurricane down in Hurricane Harvey took its toll. Ourselves and Sports Corp got together, and we felt as though that would be nice for the community of Colorado Springs to show its support down there. So we're taking the proceeds from the chainsaw carving contest, and that'll be donated to the Red Cross of Southeastern Colorado in the name of Hurricane Harvey. And we're looking at several $1,000s. I don't have a real hard number at this point, but it's something significant, and it's also the thought that counts. It's really barely a drop in the bucket for all the situation that is down there, but everybody needs to know that we're thinking of them.
Definitely, and you know what? Every penny counts.
Yeah, it does.
It all adds up, for sure. All right, now give me a little bit of a preview. I know you can't give away too much, but a little bit of a preview of next year's event.
First of all, I would love to be able to order the weather that we had, but we all know that can't happen. You know, we're looking at new special shapes. I think we're going to have our friends from Star Wars back, maybe a new one there. We'll be looking for some new fun special shapes. I think that the people really enjoy that. I think that the crab was just a huge crowd pleaser this year. And in all honesty, I want him back because I thought that was good. Entertainment-wise, I think that you're going to see some familiar faces with Sugar Bear and the Martini Shot. And, we're going to continue ramping this up to make sure that it's good for the sponsors so, we can sustain this event. And I hope everybody doesn't get too spoiled with this type of weather. The 3 years we've had has been very, very lucky, and it is an outdoor event. If I could do anything, I would like to order the weather.
I hear ya. All right, bigger and better every single year. Gene, we don't have much time, but there is an air show coming up at the end of September that is going to be happening. Give us the details real quick.
Well, Friday the 21st is the practice day where all the airplanes will get out there and do practice shows, all of the aerobatics shows. One of the aerobatics acts, the number one aerobatics act, is going to be the Thunderbirds back for the weekend. The air show is actually Saturday and Sunday, the 23rd and 24th of September.
So come on out.
So come on out. It's at the Colorado Springs Airport.
Right.
It's the Pikes Peak Regional Air Show. So look it up on your web and get all the details about tickets and how to get out there.
There we go. All right, guys, you heard it. The Thunderbirds, they're coming back to town. We have sure had a lot of fun here at Memorial Park this morning for the 41st annual Labor Day liftoff. It's in the books. You heard it from Scott. It was a great event, and we are looking forward to next year. Hopefully next year we'll be able to go up in a balloon.
Well, that's next year with the air show. We've got to get you up with a Thunderbird this time, Lauren. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. I would love to, yes.
Good stuff. Thanks, Lauren. All right. Time right now is 8:43.